Welcome to all. In this video, we will see about genetic engineering, also referred as recombinant DNA technology. Now we will see the definitions of recombinant DNA technology. Genetic engineering is referred as the process of manipulating DNA of an organism. In other form, genetic engineering is a set of techniques employed to identify, manipulate and multiply the genes of a living organism. Major enzymes are utilized for such DNA manipulation purpose in the recombinant DNA technology. Some of the major enzymes are restriction enzymes, which is used to cut the DNA into fragments at specific places. And another enzyme called DNA ligase, also known as molecular paste, is used to combine two fragments of DNA. And another enzyme DNA polymerase helps to make multiple copies of DNA. In addition, alkaline phosphatase and several other enzymes are utilized for the manipulation of DNA in genetic engineering. Genetic engineering, also referred as recombinant DNA technology, gene manipulation, gene cloning and gene modification. The other term molecular cloning or gene cloning is the process of isolating and making exact copies of an organism's small piece of DNA, and this is achieved by the genetic engineering techniques. Now we will see the brief timelines of classical genetics to emergence of genetic engineering. Between 1952 to 56, the era is known as second generation of classical genetics. Major discoveries are made during this period. The DNA structure is unveiled, genetic code is discovered, and the process of transcription and translation are clearly described during this period. Then, in the year 1967, the enzyme DNA ligase used to combine two individual pieces of DNA was discovered by 5 independent research group scientists, namely Garlett, Weiss and Richardson, Oliveira, Lehmann, Gefter and Gosrelli. Then in the year 1969, the enzyme Taq polymerase was discovered, which is used to amplify the DNA fragments into millions of copies. And this was reported by the scientists Brock and Hudson Fries. Then in the year 1971 to 73, the recombinant DNA technology was emerged and the process of gene cloning sparked another era of genetics. Between 1977 to 85, DNA sequencing techniques were discovered by the Sanger and Gilbert, and PCR machine was discovered by the scientist Carey Mullis. The genetic engineering and recombinant DNA have subtle differences. The scientist Paul Berg is known for father of genetic engineering. He was the scientist first produced a recombinant DNA molecule in 1971. He combined two individual and different DNA fragments together. Another group of scientists called Cohen and Boyer was regarded as the father of recombinant DNA technology. These people were first scientist group to transplant the genes from one living organism into another living organism in the year 1972. So now you will have some understanding about the difference between what is genetic engineering and what is recombinant DNA technology. So engineering tool is used for the recombinant DNA technology. Then the scientist Boyer, one of the father of recombinant DNA technology, along with the Swanson, started a company called Genentech biotech startup company. This was one of the earliest biotech startup companies and show the potential of biotechnology in making commercialization. Now we will see about recombinant DNA technology. The term recombinant DNA is single chimeric DNA formed by combining two or more different fragments of DNA from diverse organisms. The method applied to create recombinant DNA is called genetic engineering. And recombinant DNA technology refers the genetic material from one organism is selected and then artificially introduced into host organism. So these two organisms are named donor and host. We will see one by one. The organism from which the candidate DNA is isolated is called donor organism, and the organism which will accept the foreign gene is called host organism. So once the the gene is inserted into foreign organisms. If the foreign recombinant DNA properly integrates into the host genome, it gets replicated along with the genome, and if carries a proper gene with proper promoter, then it expresses the foreign protein into the host organisms. So now we will see the major steps involved in the recombinant DNA technology. The step 1 is a fragment of DNA containing the gene of interest to be cloned is inserted into a circular DNA molecule which is popularly known as vector. This will produce the recombinant DNA. Then the vector along with foreign gene transport into the host cell. For example, from Agrobacterium, it is carrying the recombinant gene, then it is transfer the proper gene of interest into plants. Then next step is the vector multiplies in host cells, not only itself but also the gene that it carries. So now in step 3 we will get multiple numbers of DNA, and step 4 the copies of recombinant DNA molecules are passed to progeny during the cell division, and further vector replication takes place in the organ. So it will go to mother to offspring, generation to generation. And last step, after a large number of cell divisions made, a large number of DNA amplification takes place. Each cell in the clone contains one or more copies of the recombinant DNA molecules. So altogether we call it as the key steps involved in the recombinant DNA technology. In the next part we will see about the illustration of these methods. So first the circular vector are also known as plasmid, and second part is the foreign DNA fragment or gene of interest. So first step 1 is we have to precisely split out the circular vector and paste this foreign DNA or fragment of interest or foreign gene. So the enzyme restriction enzyme involving in cutting the vectors and DNA ligase helps to paste this piece of foreign gene into the vector. So finally we will get recombinant vector that will carry the vector backbone as well as our foreign gene of interest. Then the next step is we have to introduce into a carrier organism. Mostly we use the bacterium E. coli. So we will do some modification in the organisms and we can use it to carry the recombinant vector into the E. coli organisms. So the cells we do after doing modification, it is called as competent cells. The definition for competent cells, the cells capable of taking foreign DNA is called as competent cells. So once we obtain the competent cells, we go a process called transformation. Through the process of transformation, just we will apply some heat shock or electric shock. The recombinant DNA plasmid is taken by the competent cells of E. coli. So next step is the plasmids taken inside the E. coli organisms self-replicate and multiply into many numbers. Some of them multiply into few numbers, some of them multiply into large numbers. So the number of plasmids is denoted as copy numbers. Once it is taken inside and starts self-replicating, we have to identify specific E. coli carrying the plasmid or vector inside. For that purpose we use to prepare a medium that is called the selection medium, which is containing certain selection agents such as antibiotics. For that, the antibiotic resistant gene is present in the vector, so that the E. coli colonies grows in such a medium or carrying the vector along with recombinant DNA. Thank you.